This is Pete Feenstra, GetReadyToRock.com, www.getreadytorock.com. On Monday the 28th of March, talking to Detroit rocker turned soulful blues man, Mr. Marcus Malone.
Hey Pete, how you doing?
Good to have you here, Marcus.
Thank you very much.
We're going to talk about your brand new album, show everybody what it is. It's called Let the Sun Shine. On Red Line Records through Cadiz. Distributed through Cadiz. You probably won't get it in the shops nowadays. You'll have to come and see them at a gig and buy it. It's a great album. We'll talk about it in a minute. But of course, let's talk about your musical journey that took you from Detroit via LA to South London and Europe.
Ooh, from Detroit. Oh gosh.
What were your original?
Take me down memory lane.
Yeah. So did you start off as a hard rock guitar player? Is that
we started off as hard rock, hard as you can get. We called it heavy metal in those days. I'm not sure what they call it these days. I guess just hard rock.
Yeah.
But I had great guitar players, and I forget.
Was Gene Black in that band?
Tell us would.
Gene Black was in that band, right?
Gene Black.
Is that right?
Gene Black, he calls himself now.
Oh yeah,
he plays with Joe Cocker.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were brought out to LA by Ike Turner, nonetheless.
Yeah. Wow.
And First Class put us
back
up,
in those days.
and we got into a mild style of excess.
As everybody.
A major form of excess, and
but you were a rock band then, right?
we were a rock band,
which is
so
kind of
it was all
weird.
about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
That's good enough for me. But that's kind of weird because Ike Turner's more kind of a blues guy, and the people behind him, but they wanted something that
they loved it. They loved it.
Was it a black rock band? Was that?
Oh
no.
It
was just you plus a bunch of guys. Yeah. Okay. And you got to LA and you recorded your debut album, the Marcus album.
The Marcus album, yeah, we did two albums there, but the second one got canned before it even got out. But we had a lot of legal problems, and that held that whole thing up and eventually killed it.
Yeah, that's a shame. But on that album, you had people like Tim Bogart
Gene
on bass,
just talked about. Gene Black on guitar, plays with Joe Cocker now.
Yeah. And plays on your new album, of course.
Yeah, that was great. A reunion.
Co-wrote the title
Detroit
track.
reunion.
Yeah.
Let the sun shine in.
Who else was on there?
We had Dandy Star Holmes on drums.
Wow.
From Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Get
down and boogie with Marcus.
We stole him. Yeah, we stole him from Rolls Royce.
Oh, that's an interesting thing to do.
Who else was on that? Danny Weber.
Yeah.
Who was also in Rolls Royce.
Okay.
And played with Little Richard.
Yeah.
So we had guys from the Little Richard band. They were actually on tour with Little Richard, and they saw us and they actually came and joined us.
So did some of their influences kind of push the music in a particular direction, or
no? I was a pretty single-minded guy. It goes this way, and that's what we did.
And how long did that last in LA with working?
That lasted about. We worked on the album for about 8 months, and then we carried on for another 2 years. But the contract went for another 2 years, but we didn't really do anything because of legal complications. We did one tour, one American tour, and a lot of people heard about us. We got a lot of fan mail and stuff, but it never really got going after that.
So then was that time to leave after that? Is that when you came to Europe?
Oh no, I stuck around. I ended up with Suzanne DePass and Barry Gordy from Motown.
Motown thing.
Yeah, I was with Motown for about a year.
So was that moved back to Detroit at that point?
No, they were already there.
Already there.
They were there.
I don't know which year that was.
Suzanne DePass, she was my manager at the time, and they wanted an all-black rock band.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Spearheaded by myself, and we went for that for about a year or so. And
what was that called? Marcus Malone Band then, or?
No, that was called a completely different name, Javoogie.
Don't ask me
where they got that name.
Did you record or anything?
No, we did some recordings for Motown, but they never really went anywhere. They weren't really ready to do something with a black rock thing in the rock market at that time. They didn't have the whole thing together.
Yeah.
They wanted to, but
should have called up Stanley Clark. That might have taken me some way. But anyway, was that at that point? Is that when you came over to Europe after that?
I came to Europe about 5 years later.
Okay.
After that, then I came to Europe and settled down over here, and started writing
In a more bluesy direction.
More bluesy direction, yes.
Was that because the market was more bluesy, or because you wanted to go in that direction?
I wanted to go in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's still elements of that Motown stuff you're talking about in the songs, and
especially on a new album. Especially, I love Motown. And
what was the first album that you cut? So everybody out there doesn't know.
The very first one
over here.
Over here, one more time.
One more time, and that was with people like Robin Beebe, Papa George, and
Robin
Beebe.
No, that was who was on that album? That would have been
all good players, anyway.
Yeah,
all good players. And then you kind of did a couple of. You got as far as Blue Radio, which is a great album, which is the Paul Rodgers album that Paul Rodgers never made. Check it out; it's a very good album. Then you did Hurricane, which has got kind of lots of different influences that I guess feature in your career gone by. And this brings us now, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new album I'm going to show you one more time. It's called Let the Sun Shine In. And it's a mixture of boogie, blues, funk, rock, blues.
It's all there.
The whole lot. It is really,
It's all there.
But it's a really, for an independent release, it's a fantastically produced album. Did you particularly work hard on that?
I did.
You did it
yourself?
yourself?
Work hard. I did it myself in my own studio.
Yeah.
Which I have, Redline Music Studio. And I did record the drums in Kent at
Roger Cotton.
Roundabout, is it called? Rondell Studio.
Yeah, yes.
And we did drums and bass there, but everything else was done at my studio. And
the production is great, if only for the fact that the band is exciting. Stuart Dixon's blazing away on his guitar. Nobody sounds hemmed in or claustrophobic. It sounds like quite a big produced album, in fact. Which is great. How did you get Gene on the? Where did you record that? Did you bring him over for the title track?
No. This is all done through modern technology.
Okay. Drop in the
email.
Yeah. Okay. So I
asked him, did he have any licks? Well, last time I saw him, I said, why don't we do a song together? Why don't you send me some licks? So he had just by chance sent me this lick which is. Let the Sunshine is based around that.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of boogie, and then it goes into.
Yeah, and it's just a great lick. Yeah. It's kind of ZZ Top-ish, kind of.
Yeah. But you've also put two versions of that on here as well.
Yes, because the original version is with Alan Glenn.
It's great harmonica on
harmonica player. And then for the guitar version, I used from 24 Pesos, we used Julian Burdock.
Yeah.
And I love his guitar playing, and so at the end I put the guitar version on, but I wanted to open up with the harmonica version.
I want to talk about some of the different, because there are some quite startlingly different, they're all linked, different influences, they are linked, but for example on Back to Paradise you've got a fantastic funk middle section there, which as I said in the review I did on GetReadyToRock.com, it sounds like the Tower of Power almost. You've got a great horn section. Where did that horn section? They're from South London, I think.
That horn section is Max Grunhardt. He lives right up here in Crystal Palace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's got a couple of guys that come along with him.
Great.
He's from Australia, so his friend was visiting from Australia.
So yeah. And you did your own backing vocals on that. It sounds like you got.
I did. There's a girl in there called Jay Lee.
Yeah.
Who did some fantastic vocals. We had several vocals.
Yeah.
Not just myself.
And then there's a fantastic blues called "Would It Matter" with some great guitars.
That was written by a friend of mine. That's the only song I've ever done that I haven't written. Actually,
it's a really good song, mate.
Yeah,
good
James
choice.
Barnes.
Okay.
James Barnes.
James, you wrote a killer song. Trust me, it's really, really excellent. And Heartbreak Kid has got an interesting narrative on it, and it is very radio friendly, I think.
Yeah, well, I think it's very, very different. That's a bit autobiographical. Autobiographical.
Yeah.
And
that's what I figured, but I thought I'd ask you.
My days in Hollywood.
Okay, that's what you're writing about. Yeah. 99 Tears is a kind of garage band R&B feel. Is that?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely Motown.
And Make a Difference. And another interesting thing, if you go all the way through this kind of musical journey to the album, you end up with the Robin Gibb song, "To Love Somebody," which you've done as a soul song, which I think it was originally written for.
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding, and that was your take on it.
Yeah, well, was listening to an interview with Robin Gibb,
Yeah.
actually on radio BBC Two, because I actually love the Bee Gees.
Great songwriter, isn't it?
Yeah, I love their songwriting, and I was listening to this interview of them, how they come about with some of their songs, and
Yeah.
etc. And then they mentioned that they had, because they don't just write songs for themselves, they write songs for other people. A lot of times you don't even know it.
Yeah.
But so when I was listening to this interview, they mentioned that they had written this song for Otis Redding, and I said,
Oh, you made
you
that
know, I
connection.
never thought about that. Because when you hear it, when you hear them
Sure.
do it, you wouldn't
Sure.
think of it.
No.
But then when you take it apart and you go, oh, there's a line.
Yeah.
That is for Otis Redding, and that's.
Well, I heard,
oh my
as I
God.
told you, I heard an Eric Burden version of it, which is great too.
Uh-huh.
But it's not as good as this. This has
Yeah.
kind of got a gospel thing to it, and
I'm glad
of
you
course
liked
it's
it.
just you and guitar, right? At the end.
Yeah, well, it was a fluke. I was actually testing out guitar sounds on
Yeah.
an acoustic.
Yeah.
I was trying to get some nice sounds, and
Okay. This has been a great year for you already. Of course, you've got the new album just coming out. You've just done the Mystique Blues Festival. How was
oh
that?
yeah, Dana Gillespie, yeah, that was
Okay.
fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I had the time of my life.
Yeah, I've seen some
With,
clips on YouTube.
yeah.
It sounded really
Ian
good.
Siegel was out there, fantastic guy. Patty Milner is responsible for my getting there. Actually, he introduced
Okay.
me to Dana.
Great.
Dino Baptiste,
Great piano player. Yeah.
fantastic. It was just marvelous.
So that was great. But now you're going to do some shows. We should tell everybody that you've got one coming up quite quickly
That's
on
right.
Thursday, the 7th of April at the Beaverwood Club in Chislehurst, Kent. And then we've got a big one at the Boom Boom Club Saturday,
right.
the 25th of June, with
That's
hopefully
right.
with 24 Pesos with
I think
Julian
they're
that
gonna
played
be
on the
there.
album.
I do believe.
And you should check their album out as well. And just going to be plenty of festivals in Europe, that kind of stuff.
That's right. I'm leaving for Vienna on Thursday, this Thursday, in
Okay.
case you happen to be in Vienna.
Yeah. Well, somebody might see this,
Who
hopefully.
knows? Yeah, we're doing the Vienna Blues Festival on
Oh, great.
Thursday.
Great.
Then we're going back. We're going over to Belgium on Friday and Holland on Saturday. And
Wow, keeping you busy. The other thing I wanted to ask you though was, generally speaking, you've also done a couple of shows at Ronnie Scott's recently where you were just singing and didn't play any guitar at all and had a big horn section and stuff. But even on some of your shows recently, I think you did your hand in or something, but are you back playing guitar now?
Yes, I'm playing again. Yes,
So you'll be doing that when we come and see you in the next
I
few
will
weeks?
definitely be playing at the Beaverwood. Yes.
And hopefully Stuart will be there and everybody else with the band.
And Stuart will be there at the
Great
Beaverwood, and Johan Baez and Chris Nugent.
Great band. Okay, this has been Pete Feenstra talking to Marcus Malone. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank
Please
you.
check out the album, it's fantastic. This has been a live recording for www.getreadytorock.com. Thanks to Eric Harvey on the camera, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There you go.